Hey guys, you can pause to read this while I scroll down if you want, but basically, what they're saying is that this guy was in prison for 25 years for the murder of his wife, and last fall he was exonerated and let out of prison because they proved with DNA evidence that someone else had killed his wife. His back in the 80s when it happened, he had left for work at 5 a.m. and someone had broken into the house, beat his wife to death in front of their 3-year-old child, stole her purse, tried to use her credit card 2 days later, cashed one of her checks 9 days later, and left a bloody bandana some distance from the house. And all of that evidence was suppressed by the authorities back in the 80s, which caused this man to be convicted for the crime that he did not do. His son, his 3-year-old child, had testified to the law enforcement officer, and there was a transcript of that where the 3-year-old child said that his father had not killed his mother, that it was someone else. But all of that evidence was suppressed, and this man was sent to prison for 25 years. For some people, they might just look at that and say, oh, that's sad, and move on. But for me, I look at this and I see trauma-based mind control that was put into place for that 3-year-old child. That they purposely had someone go in, beat his mother to death in front of him, and take his father away on the same day. And he suddenly became an orphan. In one day, when he was 3 years old, that child became an orphan. That's what it looks like to me. And they use trauma as a means to control people once they become adults. This is another guy who was convicted wrongly for burning to death his 3 young daughters. He was exonerated by a judge who showed that there was absolutely zero evidence that he had burned his own house down. But a higher court came along and overturned what that judge said, and this man was executed for a crime that he did not commit. And I'll scroll down here so you can pause to read it if you want. But I've said before, some of you know that I just think that anybody who believes these stories about parents killing and maiming their own children, I think that those people are suffering from a mental illness that causes that for them to believe such insanity, because it to me it's like the media is telling us that there are some people that go around chopping off their limbs because they think that it's enjoyable or something. Actually, as crazy as this may sound, I think they actually have started spreading around rumors. The last state that I was in, I remember the people there were really badly mind controlled, and I just remember some people were like, oh my God, do you know that people chop off their own body parts for... And I just remember thinking, how can you believe that? And it's insane. And it's just like these cannibalistic attacks you hear about. I don't believe that either. That's insanity. Humans don't have carnivorous teeth. You cannot do the kind of damage they claim that guy did. The first cannibalistic, report. You can't do that with human teeth. You can't do that kind of damage with human teeth, period. Even if somebody was crazy and they tried, you can't do that kind of damage. So, I mean, they're lying to us about everything, and including these massacres that are happening to entire families. And this really scares me, because I think they go and they target somebody. They decide they don't want them around anymore because maybe they have a strong opinion about something, and they decide to go kill their whole family, and they blame it on the mother or the father, and then they're done with them. Because, you know, once you blame it on the parent, then everybody goes, oh, that's sad, you know, oh my gosh, but I'm so glad they're gone. And nobody ever questions it. And that's exactly what the Nazis did. That's what the Nazis did when they spread propaganda around about, you guys know all that stuff, I don't have to tell you, but it's just shocking to me. And then last night, I saw a couple of videos came into my my subscribers list, and there was this story about the nun who, you know, allegedly broke into this nuclear power plant and splashed human blood on the wall. And then they had this picture of her holding a Bible, and it was just so obvious to me that they're using images to influence the way that people think about the Bible, so that they'll associate the Bible with people who splash human blood on the wall. I mean, I don't know if this person's really a nun. And I don't know that she even had anything to do with this. They lie so much. I don't trust anything they say. And then the next video I saw was this thing about the Plain Jane Bandit. I don't really know what happened, but, you know, why do they use these catchphrases? Well, it's because they want you to associate Plain Jane with a criminal. That's why they have these catchphrases. Associate Plain Jane with criminal. And you will. I mean, some people, not you, but some people will. Some people are very controllable. I mean, a lot of people. And that's what scares me. That's what really scares me, is that there are so many people out there who are influenced by this type of stuff. And in the future, and even in the immediate future, anytime they hear the word Plain Jane, they're going to go, oh no, criminal. And that's for real. They will. They associate it in their subconscious mind, and suddenly Plain Janes are people who don't wear makeup. That's what a Plain Jane is. I mean, now people that don't wear makeup are criminals. Nuns are criminals. People that read the Bible are criminals. I mean, that's what they're trying to make you, how they're trying to make you think. And it's just really scary to me, because they will go and they are capable of murdering entire families. Like this man's, the child, the poor little boy whose mother was beaten to death in front of him, and the father thrown into prison. So he had nobody. Who did he have? Well, he didn't have his parents. So it doesn't matter who was there, because the only people that love a child really is that child's own parent. I mean, and I'm not saying like orphans don't get any love, but I'm saying that a child's real mother and father are the only people, and really the mother has the strongest love of all. Okay, number one, the mother has the strongest love of all for the child, and second, the father. And then everybody after that is after the fact. And so when kids are taken away from their mother and taken away from their parents, like this little boy was in this story, they are severely, severely traumatized. And that's what these criminals that are taking over, that's what they do. That's the game they play. They take babies away from their mommies and their daddies. And that trauma leaves the child open to programming. And so then they can control that person. Once they're an adult, they're completely controllable, because they were so badly traumatized as a child. And that's what I believe happened here. That's what happened here. That's what they're doing. And if they can't program you, they just kill you. They'll just kill all of you. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. And I hope that, I hope that people that aren't awake yet will just start to wake up and realize that, yes, there is something going on here. We have a criminal organization that's it seems to be taking over our entire country, and just and has been for a long time. And we just need to start vocalizing, and we need to start raising awareness with each other, even if you can't do it on YouTube or blogging or anything. It's just raising awareness in your own social environment about stuff like this, and just encouraging people to not fall for the lies, and not to fall for the propaganda, and just believe whatever they hear, because it's starting to get scary. They're starting to make you suspect if you have more than 7 days of food in your house, if you don't wear makeup, if you read the Bible. I mean, it's getting really bad. So I just wanted to share that with you.